appearing. So, okay, I have started the recording.
Sure, sir.
Okay. So we'll see uh, function we have covered. Then lambda expression. You heard about lambda expression?
So actually, I just know that it is an anonymous function, but I haven't used it. Like, what is the result? Like, we can select, but means what is the real use of that?
Okay, okay, we'll see that one as well. So there is one map function inside it. Okay. So what map function do? We'll see that one definition. Hack function allow you to map a function to an iterable object. Iterable means like we do a for loop and all. So here is a simple function def square with parameter. It will return number square. So whatever the square of that number, it will return. And here we have defined the number. Okay, so my num we will pass here. So while calling, instead of calling the function directly, what we are doing, we are using a map function. Inside it, we are providing a function name and the parameter which is required for this function. Okay. Okay, let me print this one or store into some variable and print it. Okay, it is showing me the this location we have to convert into list or something. You are getting? So this is the function. Usually if you have to call this function, we will provide a function with the parameter, right? But what we are doing here with the map function, we are mapping. So this is the same statement, allow you to map a function to an iterable object. Okay, so here instead of a for loop, it is doing the iteration with the list of items and it is returning the same result, right? As
Yes,
we
sir.
do with the for loop 1 4 9 16 25. So this is a square of this list item. So clear?
Yes, sir. But sir, I just want to ask, like, using means basically the square is a function, no? Yeah, and the my num is it is a list, so we are just combining the function and list. Means
Which
means
defining function and list.
what is the use of map? Means I just want to ask, like,
See, usually you can do means there are many ways or logic to write a code, right? So this map is a inbuilt function in Python. Instead of writing a for loop, if you have to write this code, how you will get this result? Just tell me. Any guesses? Like we have a list, we have a function. Now, what we have to do? We have to print this function.
yeah,
Like
for that we have to use the for loop. Yeah, yes, like we can say for I in my num, then print I. But it will just print that list numbers.
okay,
Okay, got it.
let me comment this one for now. 14916.
Okay, okay. Hmm.
Fine. So
Yes, sir.
what is the use of square here now? It is a function now. What we did, we are just using this.
Okay.
We are not using this.
Yes, sir. Now
Getting?
got it. Yes, sir. Got it. Got it.
So the map function allow you to map a function. So it will map function. It will not map like this to an iterable object. So this is a function. Square is a function, and my num is the parameter which required for the function. Fine now.
Yes, sir.
So this is the use of map because it is without map. Now it is a simple example, so we are thinking that we can use it. But if you go for live projects where you would have a n number of dynamic data we don't know, then in that scenario what you will do? Because writing a code at runtime it will not be feasible, right? So you can define a function and reuse it.
Yes, sir.
So we have converted this into list. So due to that we are getting this values. Now there is a filter function. Okay, the filter function returns an iterator yielding those items of iterable for which function item is true. Meanings you need to filter by a function that returns either true or false, then passing that into filter along with your iterable, and you will get back only the result that would return true when passed to the function. Okay, we'll see the example. By that you will be able to understand it clearly. So here we have a function check underscore even with parameter. This function is checking the even number. Okay, number is even or not. Then we have a list provided from 0 to 10. We have item in list. Now what we will do? We will filter like we did the map function. Similarly, there is a filter function. So check even is our function name and numbers is a parameter. Let me store here. Okay, we have to convert into list. So see what we are getting, like the map function here we are getting a even number because our logic is to check only even. Will it work with map function?
So I think it will work.
Okay, let's try. You are getting a difference?
Okay, so it is not showing the value. So it is just okay. Okay, got it.
Okay, so this is first one is for filter and second one it is for true and false. Okay, got it. So
Yes, sir.
that inbuilt function like map filter. Now we'll see the lambda expression. Okay, so lambda expressions allow us to create anonymous function. Anonymous means unknown. We don't know actually, like as a temporary variable kind of thing. This basically means we can quickly make ad hoc functions without needing to properly define a function using def keyword. Usually here in Python, if you have to create a function, we have to use a def keyword, right? Def. But for anonymous function, it is not required. So we'll see the example. So this is the normal function with one parameter. It will return this value and this function will return a result variable. So first we will run with this. Okay, directly. Okay, it's written 4. This is a simple code without lambda expression. Now we'll see with lambda expression. Lambda expression, lambda is a keyword, num, anonymous, and it will do the square of whatever the number we will provide. Then square, we have stored this into square variable, lambda num colon num asterisk asterisk. Now we will call this function. So this is square we are passing to. Let me comment this part. So you are getting a difference.
Sir, actually, could you please repeat like the square is then variable? Yeah, okay. The square is a variable. The lambda is a built-in function. The num is also a variable.
Sir, you can say variable which we are passing it to.
Okay, okay. Hmm. And that square is function.
No, no, this is a variable.
Okay,
No?
okay.
See,
Variable. Okay.
this is a kind of function. You can say the statement says the same thing without needing to properly define a function using def. Okay. So
Okay.
here it is treating as a def and we are storing those values into def as well. Okay.
Okay.
We have to use lambda. This is a syntax you can say. Instead of num, whatever you want, let's say you take I, you can take I as well. Okay. Run this. Okay. So this is a variable kind of thing, temp variable, which is used for passing this parameter to this and go through iteration. Okay.
Yes, I got it.
Lambda expression. Usually it looks a bit complicated, but when you become handy, it will be very easy because you have to just write one line of code. That's it. Now instead of num, we'll look for means list. Okay. Let me remove every part. So here lambda num. Okay. So here what we are doing, this is our list. Okay. We are performing the lambda my num and then later we are converting into map and after map we are doing a list. Okay. Okay. Let's do like this and print also. Okay. You are getting, we printed 149 16 25, which is the square of this using a lambda map and list. Getting it?
Uh-huh.
No?
Sir, actually, it is a bit complex structure.
Okay, no issue. I will explain it again to make it simple. Understand this logic. The lambda is still here only. Okay,
Yes, sir.
understand it. So for lambda, we have to use a lambda keyword. And in this square one scenario, previous example, what we were doing, whatever the number will be appearing, we will do the square of that. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is a normal syntax for lambda with lambda keyword. So once this square will do, it will get back to wherever you store it. So earlier we stored like this in A and square because this is for lambda, so it is treating as a function as well as inside it because this num was required some variable or parameter, so we were doing like this. So whatever you pass like this. Okay. So whatever the lambda will return a result, we are storing into a variable. This statement is clear.
Yes, sir. It is clear.
Come to this one, above one. So this is the same one, lambda num colon num asterisk asterisk 2.
Yes, sir.
This highlighted part is clear to you.
Yeah.
Okay, now when we saw the example of map function, so in map what we were doing, we were passing a function and inside this parameter, correct?
Yes, sir. Hmm.
So this statement is for map function. So map function, what it was looking, it was looking for the function
Function,
map
yeah, and the
along with
lists.
parameter,
Okay. Hmm.
correct?
Correct. Hmm.
Till your statement is clear here.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, clear.
So my num, instead of a single digit, we are passing a list. Okay, and it will perform the same action, and we are converting into list, and we are storing into a.
A
Now
variable,
it's clear.
yeah. Now, yeah, yes, yeah. Now it is clear.
Okay, so break those statement into small pieces for understanding purpose, then you will be able to understand it clearly. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So we have covered three functions: map, filter, and lambda. Till here, any doubt, any question?
So what if we use a filter function other than map, like here? What will be the output?
Okay. Filter usually do the filtering part based on your result, because here there is no such conditions. Okay. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Getting, so there is nothing here now for filter. There is no such logic where we are checking even, odd, or a true false
Okay.
kind of thing.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, it is just
Got it.
a number one.
Yes, sir.
By the name only, filter, if you see, it is just for a filtering purpose. Means you will differentiate between this and that. Okay.
Yes.
Now variable scope. Okay. So it follow a LEGB rule. So L stands for local, E stands for enclosing functions local, and G for global, and B for built-in. So we saw like built-in functions, we saw global part, we saw enclosed bracket like definition, we saw local also we saw. So L stand for local, names assigned in any way within a function. Okay, so we saw the def keyword, inside that we have declared the variable, so that variable scope is limited or accessible till that function only, inside that function, not outside, and not declared global in that function. So this statement is clear to you? No?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear.
For example, let me show you this statement, right? So here if you see this result variable, it is limited or accessible till this definition only. Okay, if we do not return, suppose. Clear?
Yes, sir. Clear.
So this variable will be treated as local variable. Now come to closing function local. Names in the local scope of any and all enclosing functions like def or lambda from inner to outer. Okay, so we have enclosed like here we were passing now this variable will pass to this value, and it will, this function will return a value to outsider one. Then global means it will be accessible inside the function, outside the function as well. Name assigned as at the top level of a module file, or declared global in a def within the file. Okay, suppose uh, here you want something, let's say, okay, 3. this is defined. So this is outside the function, but this will be accessible inside the function as well as outside. So that it will be treated as a global scope. Then built-in function name pre-assigned in the built-in names modules, open, range, syntax error. So these are all built-in functions, you can say. Like we saw the map, filter, these are all built-in functions. Okay, clear? So
Yes, sir.
variable to follow LEGB rule, local and close bracket, global and built-in. Till here, any doubt, any question?
No, sir.
Okay. Then argument and keyword argument we'll see. In Java also there is a argument function worked into Java, right? Argument, this statement we saw earlier.
No, sir.
Hello. Yeah, it will be when you
Yeah,
create.
so actually it is in Java, like args.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. In Java, in .NET also C sharp. So that, yeah, args stands for argument. So when a function parameter start with an asterisk, okay, it allows for an arbitrary number of arguments, and the function take them in a tuple of values. So we'll see the example. Here is a function, my function. There is a asterisk. So earlier, if you have observed, we were using the argument name without the asterisk symbol, right?
yes, sir.
But here, because this is a argument function with asterisk, it will return sum of argument multiplication by 0.05. Now we will call this function. So just observe this one. I will store this value into some. So if you see, usually when function have one parameter, we were passing one variable value or one parameter value. But here there is a asterisk, so you can have n number of parameter inside the function. Let me run. So it's taking the argument. Let me give only one parameter and check. Okay. So you are getting what it is doing. It is taking a sum of all argument and doing the square root of it. Getting? No?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Let me do a simple one. Comment it. Instead of this, do the plus. Okay. And here give us the small number, so it will be easy for calculation. Let's give 3 into 3 6. Okay, so you are getting now 6 plus
Yes, sir.
0.05. So what it is doing, all the argument, if you keep increasing also 5 6 7 8 9 and do this one, it will work. Okay, getting a difference
Yes, sir.
just due to this asterisk only. If I remove this asterisk, will it work?
No, sir.
It throws a type error. My function takes one positional argument, but 8 were given. Getting? Here there are 8 items for function, and here without asterisk it is stating it needs only one parameter. Due to that, this is the difference between argument and normal function. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So this is a args function. Then instead of args, we can use any word or name. So this argument if we see now, instead of args, let's say I'm giving, okay, and use here as well. It is still working. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is the arguments name only, just for name. And there is a quarks function. So instead of args, there is a quarks double asterisk. So quarks means keyword argument. Okay, keyword arguments. So Python offer a way to handle arbitrary number of keyworded arguments instead of creating a tuple of values. Quarks built a dictionary of key value pairs. So it works in the same way like we saw the example of args, but here we can pass a key value pair. Clear? We'll see
Yes,
the
sir.
example. The example, my func. This is my function name. Instead of quarks, we are giving instead of args, we are giving quarks with double asterisk in prefix and checking inside it if fruit in quarks. In this list, if this fruit is there, then we will print my favorite fruit is along with quarks, and this is my keyword key. This is my key, and it will give us the value. Otherwise, print I don't like fruit. Okay, call this function. It will print also no issue. My favorite fruit is pineapple. Getting? No?
It's a little bit.
Okay, let me remove this one. So this function first line number 7 is clear to you?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Then
Yeah.
this if statement and else statement is clear.
Mm. So actually means what is that? Like the print my fruit, my favorite fruit is quarks of fruit.
So you see this quarks means this will hold a key value pair. So there will be key. If you see here line number 13, there is a key and value. So key on left side, value on right side, right?
Yes, sir.
So when we are calling this function, we are passing as it is to this area. Okay. So from this quarks, so this is a keyword. This means a function, and inside it we are providing its key. So this is a fruit. So if you write in this way, what it will do, this fruit key will be means on this area it will provide a pineapple. No, yes.
Yes, sir. Now I
Let
got
me
it.
give here. Okay, in a fruit that give me a name and give as okay. Now what I am checking if fruit in quarks. Let me replace this. One. My favorite fruit is Siddhis. Getting?
Yes, sir.
So here we are providing a key from due to this quarks argument, and it is returning us the value of that key.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Understandable?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is a quarks argument where it will hold a key and value pair. So another statement will say arcs and quarks. So here if you see there is one asterisk before quarks and arcs and argument, and here there is a double asterisk before quarks. You can pass argument and quarks into the same function, but argument have to be appear before quarks. So you can use both the ways in one function. Only difference is quarks should have appear before argument should have appear before quarks. Here we'll see the example. So this is my function. Inside it we have a two parameter. One parameter is asterisk argument and double asterisk keyword argument. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, line number 5 is clear to you?
Yes, sir. Clear.
Okay, then there is a if condition. In if condition, what we are checking? If fruit and juice in quarks. So we are checking these two items in this double asterisk keyword argument. Then what it will do? I like. So this is a one statement. Join the argument, and my favorite fruit is from this from keyword argument. Then my favorite, may I have some juice? So here it will take from keyword argument. So while calling you will be able to understand what we are passing here. Function. So if you see first two values eggs and spam is for this asterisk argument, single asterisk argument. Clear? So these two we are passing to single asterisk argument, and this double asterisk keyword argument need a key value pair. So here we are passing a key value pair value. Fine.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Not
Yes.
getting?
So actually means my question is like in arcs we have assigned like two values, no, like the x and spam. Then what it will print? Like both?
No, no, no. Based on your logic, it will print. No, see,
Okay, okay.
uh, if we if fruit means we are checking in quarks, fruit and juice. So fruit also exist, juice also exist in double asterisk keyword argument. Okay, in keyword argument, both two exist. So this is the condition for keyword argument, if condition. So if it will come inside it, so what we are doing? If I like, and this is my uh, and okay, and here it will join argument, this argument, and my favorite fruit is from keyword argument fruit key. So fruit key is cherries. In second one, may I have some keyword juice? So juice is orange. Okay, let me run it so you will be able to see the result. See, I like eggs and spam. So if you see here, eggs and spam we given. This is for the
Yes.
argument, not a keyword argument. This is just a simple argument. So I like, here if you see, we are passing a join statement. So it will join I like x, and so this is the and between we are using two statement. And what this join function will do, it will join x and spam in between and. So if you see in the result, egg and spam is between and is coming, correct?
Yes, sir.
And after that there is a simple statement, and my favorite fruit is, and my favorite fruit is. Here you pass the fruit key from keyword argument. Due to that fruit is cherries, so it printed the cherries. And in between your key is juice, so it printed the orange. If you see, orange.
Yes, sir. Clear.
Clear? So let me add more. So I will do. Okay. Now let me run. So if you see egg and spam and Siddhis, now getting a difference.
Yes, sir.
So before this keyword argument, we are passing a normal argument. We have no key and value pair. But on right side, if you see this highlighted part,
That is key
we are
value pair.
getting key value pair. If it is a key value pair, it will be treated under this keyword argument. Here is a symbol argument, so it will be treated under normal argument. Clear now?
Yes, sir.
Do a practice, it will be handy. First time it is for you, due to that it is making a bit confusion. So till here, any doubt, any question to you?
No, sir.
Okay, we'll move to the next. Oops concept. Maybe you heard about oops concept.
Yes, sir.
What is oops?
So basically, it's an object-oriented programming concept. Basically, it follows like the inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation.
Correct. Oops stand for what?
Object-oriented
Full form of
programming.
oops. Okay. Then basic Python object. Okay. Is a list variable. We are declared the list, and we'll count this list too. Let me print also. Is printing one. Okay. Let me give two. Now what it will do? It will print two. Correct? You are getting what this count function is doing?
Yes, sir.
So it is discounting the value which we are providing in this list. So this is a basic object. In Python, everything is an object. Clear?
Yes.
So here print type of one. See here we are getting an integer. Then string we are getting this type. So these are all objects.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, if you see the type of, let's say, inside we are providing a list, so it will return as a list. Now instead of type of list, we will provide what it will return type tuple. Okay, so this is a normal bracket, start and close, treat as a tuple, and we will pass curly braces. So which type it will return?
Dictionary.
DICT, in short form it returned. It is a dictionary only. So object is clear to you now?
Yes, sir.
Everything in Python is object. Now we'll move to class. Okay, so class. User defined objects are created using class keyword. Okay, so whatever we will define, for that we have to use a class keyword. And the class is a blueprint that defines the nature of future object. From classes we can construct instances. Instances, you know. Hello.
No, sir.
Okay, instances means like you have saw the inheritance, inheritance where
Yeah, yeah,
similar
yeah. The
uh,
parent-child
uh,
connection,
yeah.
you can
So
say.
similar in a class, you can directly can't call a class. So you have to create an instance of it. That means through object you will be able to create a instance of a class and you can call. We'll see the example. An instance is a specific object created from a particular class. Okay, so you cannot directly call a class. For that, you have to create an object of that class, then you can use it. For example, above we created the object list, which was an instance of a list object. So earlier we saw the list, normal list, which we created. So we will create a new object type called simple. So create a new object type called sample. So this is my class name using with class keyword, and we are using a pass value keyword only. Now for that you have to create a we have created a class. Now for using this class we have to create an instance of a sample, means object. So this is my sample class and x is my object of it. Now we'll see, because we are not doing anything, so we'll see the type of it. Type of x, let me print it. See, type of x is what it is giving, class underscore main underscore dot sample. Getting a difference?
Uh,
Hello,
yeah. So, but sir, it is a like X may not sample.
sorry.
So actually, I'm not getting the type, like that type.
Oh no,
Uh,
see, type is class now. This is the, it
yeah.
will call a main function now. It called this main. So if you see that this x is calling this class because this is the object. Okay, x is object, and sample is a class. Here if you see, sample is a class. Due to that it is
Okay.
differing is a class. We are checking a type of x now. If you see, we are assigning it whatever the class have, we are assigning to x. So class can be assigned to class only, right? So this is object of or we call instance of this class, and
Yes, sir. Got it.
it will return the class only. Its data type is class, because suppose integer, uh, let's take in the term of Java. So integer variable can hold the integer value only, right? Not the float or string, correct?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, this x can hold the value of, this is class. Okay, so it can hold the value of class only. Due to that, its type is showing as class.
Got it, sir.
This object-oriented concept in Python is bit simple as well as complicated looks, because we have not gone through earlier with this. Okay, now there is another statements. By conventions, we give classes a name that start with the capital letter. Okay, so how you will be able to identify it is a class or it is a function? So it always start with a capital letter. Okay, so if you observed this earlier, class be given as a capital letter. Can we give a small letter?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah, but usually when you go with the packages now, when we'll import, then you will be able to identify class a name that start with a capital letter. Okay, this is user defined because we are defining it. Okay, but the inbuilt classes which we pick from the packages, that will be always with capital letter. Note, X is now the reference to our new instance of a simple class. So in previous example we saw X was the object or a sample or instance of sample class. In other words, we initiated the sample class, means we have uh, instantiated, means we created the instance of the class called as sample. Inside of the class we currently just have pass, so pass keyword, but we can define class attributes and methods. So inside that class we can have a method, and inside that we can have attributes as well. An attribute is a characteristic of an object. A method is an operation we can perform with the object. So you're getting this attribute and method difference.
Yes, sir.
So method is an operation we can perform with the object. An attribute is a characteristic of object. So inside that example, you can say property kind of partially, like if we here is example of dog. For example, we can create a class dog. An attribute of dog maybe its breed, okay, or its name. So simple term you can say property, okay. So dog has a property, it can bark, it can have a color, it can bite, right? So attributes of a
Yes, sir.
dog may be its breed or its name, while a method of a dog may be defined as bark, a method which return a sound. This is the layman example. You can have a multiple deep example. So here is the syntax. Attributes. The syntax of creating an attribute is so self dot attribute, and here you can provide the whatever the attribute you want to. There is a special method called uh, this is a special method underscore underscore init underscore underscore. This is a function symbol. In Python you have gone through it earlier if you have know about the object oriented programming. So this method is used to initialize the attributes of an object. Okay, here is an example. We have a class named as dog. Inside it we have a function. So that is a special function. This is method used to initialize the attributes of an object. So why we use this underscore underscore init? Because we have to initialize the attributes of an object. Okay. So underscore underscore init underscore underscore self. Self will be always referred to the class. This is a breed, and self dot breed we are giving as a breed. Okay, it's a value. Now we will or will store this into one of the variable Sam. We are calling this dog class, breed lamb. Okay, but we are not printing it. Let me print. Okay, it is storing. Okay, now you are getting the difference. This is a simple class like as a dog. Inside that, this is a simple init method we call. Why it is used? It is to initialize the attributes of an object. These are attributes. This is object, so we have to initialize it. Then we are calling this function means class. We created the instance of this class as Sam, and inside the dog we need one parameter breed. So breed equal to lamb we are passing, and from this class we are uh, extracting this breed. We are getting this simple statement.
Yes, sir. Basically, the SAM is an object, no, like to call that
Yeah, yeah, object. We
calculus.
have created a,
Okay,
because
okay.
if you create a class now, you can directly can't access it or call it. So for that you have to initiate it. So this is object. Okay. And this is your class, and this inside this class there is a function which is need looking for one parameter which is called as a attribute here. So breed lamb, instead of breed let's you give some color. Okay. And for that you have to use self dot color color equal to, let's say, here we have to pass from here only. Okay. And color lamb and black, getting now.
Yes, sir. Got it.
So these are, you can say, here in Python we call as attribute, but actually these are the parameters which we pass. If you see like as a key value pair, we saw the quarks, right? So this is a simple one. Like class, we saw the class, we saw the object, we saw the attributes. Okay. Just to simple term, if you understand what is attributes, it's kind of property of any object. It can bark, it can have color, it can bite. So whatever you think it could be related, that could be treated as attributes or property. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So this is a more depth we'll cover tomorrow. So I will share you the assignment of that. Assignment I have shared till function, right?
Yes, sir. Sir, actually, the last question is area calculator, function one.
Area, shape, rectangle, triangle. Okay. Lambda one we have to. So here we have to use lambda map filter. I pasted on chat. You can copy paste. Then for argument and keyword argument, object oriented we'll see tomorrow. Okay. So these two exercise which I pasted, is it clear? Like one is belongs to argument and keyword argument, and previous one belongs to lambda expression which is
Lambda expression.
map filter and all. Okay. With variable scopes. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Any doubt, any question you have?
No, sir. First, I will solve that. If I
Okay.
have, yeah, is there any problem, I will contact you.
Sure, sure. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Bye.